bring the stab matchup. But Mimic is kind of key in most of those situations. The hardest part is figuring out what you're going to use, is if you're going to Mimic Null Field or Mimic Illusion. Indo always runs Mimic Illusion and then Continuum Split Illusion. So that's why you see him rezzing half the time. You guys know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you want to be like a strip master, you can Mimic Null and then C-Split Null, and then you'll just fucking dump, you'll strip everything on them.
You can do triple null, double graph, but you have to give up your stab with the shadow. Like there's a... You can change your trait. Only tank chronos would run. Hold on 1 second. Only tank chronos would. I'm in combat. I can't change. So if you're not a tank chrono, you would be running traits like domination, illusions, and chronomancer to get triple null and double graph field going on. But if you're the tank, then you don't want to run those 3 traits. Hold on. You will have to run. Continue, no, I'll tell them later. I'm in combat. I can't change my traits to check.
Okay. There's the Chronomancer build. Yeah, I don't know.
Which one? Let's see. Hold on.
I don't know how to.
Hold on, let me check. I'm
stuff.
double checking with my thing.
Wait, you don't use the
311? Yeah, that one is 311. Right. Illusions is
311.
Illusions is 122. Yep. And the last one is 131.
131. Yeah.
Yeah, 131. That's the non-tank chrono build for stripping and to do within 2 seconds, 2.x seconds or 3 seconds to do triple null field and double graph on a Zerg. If you're the tank, you would be running. Hold on.
So
wait, you get off null field and grav well. How many clones do you use? Because you only get 1 second, and that's the cast.
You don't have to. You don't. That is with no illusions or clones. If you get, and I'll tell you how to do it. But if you have a clone or illusion outside, it gives you a lot of time to get with your CS to get your double grab and your thing out. But if you do not have it, there's a particular way to cast it. But before I go to that, hold on 1 second, I get confused between my. If you're a tank, you'll be running domination, chaos, and chronomancer. Basically, chaos is what you want if you're a tank chrono, because then you also get extra stab with your shatter. Because your shatters on the last Grandmaster trait line on Chaos trait line, I think on shatter you get stabbed. So if you're a tag Chronomancer, you'll be running that shit. 1 second, I move to that. On that thing, on the clone thing, when I say triple null field and double graph, when someone asks about how many clones you need to have, the answer is you don't have to have any, but there's a particular way in which you do it. 1 second, I'm dying. Okay, continue, Nova. I'll tell them later about that.
Yeah, you can cast CLs right before grapple ends. I think that's how you're supposed to do it, right?
Yeah.
Boom. Pop it again. Easy peasy. C-splitting grav in like Zerg fights is insane. Because like if you're able to strip people, they have no boons, they have no stab, and you grab them multiple times,
so
they're just stuck.
You pop gravity well first, then you C-split, and then pop it a second time.
When your cast of your gravity is 75% or more, the cast bar of your gravity well is 75% or more, that is when you hit your CS. If you hit before that, you're going to screw it up. If you hit a little too late, you're going to screw it up. So you want to hit it, yeah. So the thumb rule is if you have no clones out, nothing out, because the CS is going to be on its bare minimum. And this is for non tank build, not non-tag build, the one which are with the whatever was linked in the squad chat earlier, that trait line. If you take out one of the straight lines of the chaos line, then you're going to get screwed up. So you cannot do this with the chaos line, because chaos line you use I can't check again, damn it. But yeah, so when your gravity well is 75% or more on the cast bar is when you hit your CS, and then you hit your null field, and then you do your yeah, then you'll come out of it, because as you do those two things, you're going to have just about enough time to do a pull. Maybe if you're really good, you can even do a pull while you're within the CS, and then come out of it, and then do your mimic null field graph, and then you can pull again if you want to. But the pull is just a totally pro extra thing which you can avoid at the very beginning. That's a lot of keys to be jamming within 2 point some seconds. You'll be doing a lot of things very fast. At the same time, to remember where you're doing your CS, because you're going to revert back to that position during a field fight. It's easier to practice at the beginning in a choke fight, because then you don't worry too much of CS positioning. But if you're doing in a field fight, be very careful, because you're doing a lot of piano work on your with your skills during that 2 seconds or 2 point whatever seconds. Sorry, I'm going to shut up now.
Yeah, once you so once you learn the how to do it, once you play around with C-split a little bit and you learn how it is, then you will you'll get the hang of it. It'll be super easy in like PvE and PvP and in World vs. World for sure. Because I didn't know how to play Mesmer at all until I started driving on it, and it was just cake. One thing that your Mesmer has is a ton of strips. Like I think even your Temporal Curtain is a strip as well, right? Like when you pull them, yeah. So that's another strip, and then you got Null Field, and then you got your Shatters that also rip.
Angel's coming. Angel's coming.
Oh
Get
shit!
out! Get
Okay.
out! Get out!
Right, get out.
Mount up.
Run away.
Dude, Indo is such a fucking loser.
This is true.
Yeah, no, this is total loser behavior right here.
Yeah, I called him out the other day too, and he was kind of angry. I was just like, yeah, it's a bummer that you only can fight me with 50, with the map blob, and you don't know how to fight me with less than 30, and he got really mad.
Well, I mean, he lost to me without a map blob, so
Exactly.
obviously that's not very encouraging for him.
Exactly. Like, see this void group right here? I think we can dump some crazy strips on this group right here. Let's see. Oh, ouch. Okay. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Oh my god. Coming for Garrison? Can he, like, go away? We're training here, please, Indo.
If we told him that, he'd come even more.
Just say it a few more times in here. I'm sure Honeymoon's in here with us.
Yeah, I'm sure Honeymoon's in here too. That is true.
So she will.
Yeah, no, I need to get
Oh,
used to the
yeah.
fact that I don't have stab. I'm just
Yes,
hitting
yes.
beats.
I would try to bring your own stab for right now, Mesmers, because you don't have a firebrand in your group, so I would sub out illusion and bring in a put stab on your bar. Okay, anyways, so we'll go back to our training here before we got, fucking interrupted rudely.
Powder? Of course. Oh, God.
Yeah. So, how many drivers do you guys have, by the way?
Right now, me, Newton tags up from time to time.
And you guys use Chrono already, or are you guys using Tribrand?
New tune runs on a Chrono. I'm still on a Firebrand.
Oh,
But
okay.
I will transition at some point.
Firebrand's still fantastic. It's what we run in EU still.
It's good for melee fights, especially.
It is, yeah. It's just micromanaging it. I never liked it because I didn't like to micromanage and I'm lazy, so I went to Chrono.
Yeah, it's tough because you have
It
to
is
keep
tough,
track
yeah.
of your own subgroup as well.
Should we go say hi to them at Bay?
Just go over like a few different situations, what you will do as a Chrono and sort of positioning a little bit and things like that.
As far as like going up against a blob kind of, or a group?
As far as like in a range situation or in a melee situation, you know.
So okay, so for me, I use Veil, right? So I don't have illusion. I use Veil. I rely on my Guardians to use Signet, and my other couple Mesmers to use illusion. So I run Veil. Usually Veil is this, you run through it. So, quick little surprise attack. You can take it back, kind of reset. Or you can use it right off the rip and kind of just spike an enemy that's like right here, a quick little Rev Hammer spike in front. Or you can use a Veil, come off to the side, and then blast smokes, and then super speed. And then you can get a good hit on a group. It's pretty easy once you learn your driver's like play style. That's really what it comes down to. So I would suggest you playing a little bit with Chrono, but also be versatile. Yeah, on Firebrand as well, because you never know when you want to switch. Because sometimes I switch between Guardian, Firebrand, and Warrior.
Can we talk about pole placement? Like,
oh yeah, pole placement.
Yeah, like on the wall, because I haven't mastered the pool placement yet.
Okay, let's go towards Bay. It's a little bit easier over there. We're not gonna fight into or anything, but we will go. We'll go private tag too, so these guys don't see. We can go to this tower over here. Come. We'll go to this tower instead. Don't mimic inside CS. Absolutely true.
Yeah. No.
Okay. So pool placement, especially on walls like parapets right here. This is where you're always gonna get people, right? You can pull up there, but if you want to like have a chance to yoink them off the edge, like right in the middle, right here. Ready? Okay, that was a terrible one, but that will sometimes pull them off. Sometimes they'll get stuck on the lip, or sometimes you'll get lucky and they'll fly up and then they'll fly out. Like right there, that pull right there will yoink them out. I don't know how, but Guild Wars physics is fantastic. Yes, that one. Those middle ones right there, those will yoink people outside and they'll shit their pants and they're going to try to run inside with diarrhea hanging out and you're just going to kill them right here. Okay. If they do get stuck up here, you can... I wouldn't suggest wasting a grab well like that. I would null field and probably hit like... Maybe if you can get a Guardian line up there, or just basic AoE damage, a couple wells. You can spike those guys, because they'll get pulled, and they'll just be stuck there forever, and you can kill them. Easy. You guys have any other pull place areas that you guys need? Do you, like in a Zerg?
Well,
You guys know how to.
for a range spike, for example, the role of the chrono in that situation.
Yeah, Chrono's huge at pulling just in general. Let's see one of these chickens over here. I think it's a total, what is it, 600, 1200 maybe?
I think it's 9 plus 6.
9 plus 6, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what it is. 900 plus 600. So a total of 1500, I think, is the pull.
Yeah.
Pull radius. So that's huge because you can yoink somebody, you know. But they want us to respond to that? We can't. Tell me can't. They don't know me here. Oh, we're busy. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so this pool is insane. Okay, so if you're, let's see, chicken pool. So all the way where that chicken was right here, your revs can dunk on people, right? With your hammers. Okay, get away, dude. Get away, chicken. So when you're pulling like that, one thing that the Guardians need to do also is kind of recognize where the pools are. If you call where your pool is, like, say you're doing the pull on green in 3, 2, 1, pulling. Guardians need to put lines like behind it or on it. So when the enemy freaks out, they're like, oh, I got to get back. They're going to get stun locked right here and they can't go. And that's where you trap like 5, 10 players. How many pools? It doesn't matter how many pools you have. You're going to get people. Facing a big blob like Indos. We won't use Indos. We use like maybe pugs. You guys fought pugs before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well they're huge, and you can. The only way you're going to beat that is by peeling the onion, and that's just breaking it down like little by little. So every once in a while, you'll go in. You'll go this way. You'll juke them a little bit, and then you pop a couple knolls on their blob, and then back it off, and then you'll pull. You get a chunk of like maybe 4 to 5 or more players, kill them, and then you just keep repeating that. It's just rinse and repeat until they get small enough that you can finish them off, right? But that's the main thing you want to do for your Chrono squad. Hey, get this chicken out of here, dude. He wants to kill me. But yeah, I feel Chronos fantastic for pirate shipping. Really good for up close also, but kind of dangerous. Well, actually, no, not really, because Minstrels is just a tank now. You can basically tank anything. So why are we running sword? So you can cleave, and then you also strip when you hit with your sword.
I got a question. When we're prompting a pool, like in front, say for instance, like over there, they most of the times when we're going head on to a group, they have Aegis or stab. Do I drop no field somewhere around the mix and then pull, or do I just let my pool be like it locked?
Use your null. Sorry, no, I'll take this before you answer.
Yeah.
Because as a weaver, I get triggered when weavers don't do their job. Basically, if you have weavers and if they have sense, they will be putting something on top of the thing to keep removing the edges. Most weavers don't seem to do that. They don't even line just like FBs, which is weird. But if they don't do it, yeah, you have to use your null field before you pull. But if you see your weaver constantly or any other class constantly harassing the thing, no necro should be running stuff anyway. But if they do and they're constantly removing the ages, then you can just pull and trust your luck. After 1 or 2 pulls, you can figure out whether they have ages coming up or not. But most often you won't need a null field. But yeah, if you have a problem where everyone in your squad is lazy and the classes don't know how to do their tertiary jobs, then you have to put a null field to remove the ages and then pull. Which is why even when you do the graph, right, you do a null field grab and then do a pull in the pro combo that you have to do in the squad chat that I've typed out earlier.
I also have one more question. Were the shield for the do you run shield, right, Nova?
Yeah.
So shield 5, like, I heard that's like a big thing. What's the big thing about that? Is it for the alacrity or the stun?
That's huge because it, like, say you're running through it, whole bunch of downs or a whole bunch of players right here. You know, you're going through them. This, yeah, it's, you know, alacrity, of course, for your teammates. It is also stuns, but it's also strips as well. So when you're running through a group, you can get like fucking the whole enemy group stripped.
It's a real combo field, and it blocks missiles. Jesus.
Yeah. So should I be like? So say for instance, you're going into a melee fight, like dropping grab well, no field. Should I continue to split the shield 5 over the double mimic? Or not over the double no
Sorry,
field?
what?
I wouldn't see split the shield. I would save that. Priority would be gravity well, illusion, null field. Just those things.
Yeah. Don't use your CS for anything else except for that combo that was given or for your graph. You're basically using your CS for your graph, for a double graph with at least a double null field, which you can do with Mimic. If you don't have Mimic, then you're using your CS to get a double null and a double graph off. But basically, your CS is for double graph, nothing else. It's not to relocate, it's not to reposition yourself, nothing. It's just to double graph. If you can't double graph on a chrono, then you shouldn't be playing a chrono. So that's the basic fundamental thing. And your CS, not your CS, your Shield 5 that you mentioned earlier, which Noah mentioned, it also has no target limit. So if you are running, pushing through, which rarely, most of the tags rarely push through nowadays, but if you're pushing through or pushing into a blob, when you do your Shield 5 with a sigil of absorption, which is on you, which strips one bone or something with stun or interrupt or whatever it is, it has no target. So you're going to not only stun people, you're also going to strip them. And when you're going through melee, and if you're in melee as a chrono, and especially you'll be using a sword. I don't know why people use scepter, but whatever. If you use a sword, one of the reasons why you use a sword is sword 1. Sword 1 is an automatic strip. It strips. So when you're doing melee, do your shield 5 fast enough, because you want to go back to doing your 1-1-1-1-1-1. Why are you doing your 1-1-1? Because you're stripping a lot. You're stripping so much that sometimes good mesmers, say there are two mesmers, average mesmer and a good mesmer. An average mesmer will do the triple null and the double graph. Good mesmer will do the triple null and the double graph, which is the same thing. But the good mesmer will also in melee doing the 1-1. They'll give priority to the 1-1-1-1 skill rotation without interruption. So you do your shield 5 when needed, but you really do not want to stop your skill 1-1-1 on your sword, which is really something most mesmers don't pay attention to. And you use only and why you use sword is for another reason. You're very tanky even without stab. And honestly, most of the time I do not run any stab. I don't run stab shatters. I don't run anything, even when I don't have a stab party. Sometimes I get kicked out of a stab party. Even without that, you should be able to survive, because your sword 2 is your oh shit skill. Even if you're in the middle of a zerg, say you blink into a zerg and you want to desync them or something, you mimic blink into a zerg, do a shield fight to stun them while your party is getting ready to push in. This is one of the scenarios. You can immediately, when they all start hitting you, you can do you can hit your sword 2, which is an evasion, and then blink out, because your blink is out of cooldown again. So I'm just saying, like, the reason why you use sword is sword 1 strips a lot, and sword 2 is your oh shit skill. So even if you don't have sustain parties, stab parties, even if you're running outside squad because of 50-50 or something, you can do that because you have your sword on you. If you don't have a sword on you, you're going to die eventually. You can't do much kamikaze stuff. Sorry, no, I continue.
Oh, okay, my bad. I was muted. Yeah, you're not going to see a lot of clones. You can just pop these sometimes whenever they're kind of up, I guess. Not really whenever they're up. I would wait for when you're in the middle of like a Zerg fight to pop these. Your F1s to 3. All of them should give you alacrity. Your clones, you're never really going to see them unless it's from your force skill on your sword or from your focus. Yeah, oh yeah. Shattering these also. Just pressing it, also it shatters. It does strips. Strips, alacrity, and then a whole bunch of... It actually does a lot of shit. Never mind. You die instantly in Zergs. But with Fs 1 through 3, you don't necessarily need clones, which is nice. You could just pop it and then boom.
That F1, 2, and 3, that's a 1200 range. So you don't necessarily have to be right in the middle of a Zerg, right?
Correct.
You can hit that as you're engaging, like hit your sword or shield 5 and then maybe pop those.
No, the radius is 240. The range of the clones running is, I think, different.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I see that. Yep. I was tripping out too when I seen the range. I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, you can
big
strip
bomb.
on a range spike. That would have been nice.
240 is not a lot, but it'll
Yeah,
get the
that's
job
pretty
done.
small.
All right, you guys have any questionronis? Any questions? Anything? Are you guys familiar with using Scepter? Is that why?
Yeah, I use Scepter. That's just because we use that on the build. But I haven't tried it I haven't just tried Sword.
Okay, wow, that is a big group coming up. Holy shit.
It's Indo's map queue because he's a loser.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, bring the 50-man group to the 15-man Chrono squad. We're gonna wipe them, bro. Get some backs, dude.
Let's say hi to him.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Hey, Indo. Look at him throwing shitty siege. Unlike Indo. PBT Lord. Why are they actually running away like they're about to stealth? Why are they pulling up like they're about to stealth like just right? Ain't that serious? Oh shit.
Y'all crazy.
Oh,
My butt's going in the tower. I'm sorry.
Silver driving that? Is that who that is?
Yeah, that's Silver.
Mhm.
And Tiffy's in there too.
Mm.
Oh, that's a yikes. Silver's beatable though. We wiped him a bunch. He doesn't.
Yeah,
like it
Silver's
very
kind of
much.
trash.
They're all trash, but he's the worst one. I don't know. Actually, it's Tiffy, then Silver, then Indo. But that's just because Indo's been playing his whole damn life.
Oh no, Indo has Indo's shtick. He's developed it well.